Hello, I'm the one known as the Natural Talent Gamer. You can call me TheFatNatural. Today I'll be reviewing an old game, sort of a classic of sorts, I guess if you could call it that. It's going to be UmJammer Lammy, which is the not as well known, but possibly more well known in cult circles, the sequel to Parappa the Rapper, okay, which was Dance Dance Revolution before Dance Dance Revolution was cool, and before Parappa the Rapper was cool, or it's not cool. So anyway, we're going to be doing UmJammer Lammy today, which overall is a pretty good game, but it definitely has some flaws, some defects, and some very strange issues. And if you've played Parappa the Rapper, you know what I'm talking about. Now, obviously the difference is that Parappa is a rapper, so freestyling in the game would be almost expected. But with UmJammer Lammy, it's a guitar-based game, so it's a little more difficult, and the system's not quite as crisp as it is in Parappa the Rapper, so we'll go over all that. So without further ado, I bring you UmJammer Lammy by TheFatNatural. Let's start with the first stage of the game, which features an old character from Parappa the Rapper called Chop Chop Master Onion. Okay? He's the quasi-Asian, semi-Chinese, semi-Japanese, semi-Vietnamese, semi-onion guy that wears the gi with the rope, and he's all patched up, and he used to have the dojo that he wanted to turn into a casino, and you know, all that stuff. It's pretty basic, you know, natural stuff, casino, dojo, it's all in the mind. Well, anyway, we're going to go to the first stage here, and I got to tell you that my problem with this stage is that it's the hardest stage in the game. There is no stage harder than the first stage. It's the most ridiculous stage, and if you pass it on the first try, I commend you, okay? Because the combinations of buttons are great, but the amount of freestyling you have to do in order to even maintain a good score is totally ridiculous. So let's go to Chop Chop Master Onion's level and see what's wrong with it. Oh snap! Here we go, Chop Chop Master Onion. Everybody remembers this guy from Parappa. Let's see how he does in UmJammer Lammy. I just want to let everybody know at this point that hitting the buttons in exact sequence cannot possibly get you the cool rating. And some of you may know this, but to me it seems completely absurd. And as a matter of fact, you can get a really bad score in this level by trying to hit it perfectly. See how I'm already flashing bad? This is all too common in this level. Aw, dang it! Yes! Are you kidding? Unbelievable! Good lord! Okay, so now we're on the second level, the firehouse level, which really isn't the firehouse level. It's more like there's a building on fire and there's a bunch of dogs running around trying to put it out. Not so much trying to put it out, but more like a bunch of dogs running around doing nothing. One sprays a hose, you play a guitar, which is actually a hose, but it's a guitar in your mind, but we learned that from Chop Chop Master Onion. So, in this level, you have basic combinations. The freestyling is a little easier because it's pretty self-explanatory. There's a pretty good beat, it's easy to keep up, and even if you make mistakes, it's easy to make adjustments. The song is pretty long, so it gives you a pretty good opportunity to pass. Getting cool on this level, I don't know, man. It's got to be pretty hard because I've tried, and I just can't seem to get the freestyle right in order to do it. But what I do know is that if there's a baby in a burning building, don't ever send a bunch of layabout dogs to do a man's job, or a lamb's job, or play a guitar as a hose, or play a hose as a guitar. Level 2. What the heck is going on in this level? I mean, seriously. Yeah, I'm not going to be holding any hoses tight for a show there, Hoss. Didn't someone say that there was a baby in this burning building? I mean, do we have a lack of priorities or what's going on here? I mean, they're putting the fire out, but they're worried about putting the fire out to keep their job so they can go get pizza. These are dogs. There's a baby in the burning building. Baby in the burning building. God! Now we come to level 3. My least favorite, but the only level that I got cool on for whatever reason. Okay? This is the baby level. And if any of you have ever played this game, you know what I'm talking about. There's a bunch of baby rabbits hanging around inside of a giant caterpillar's body, which is not really the body, but it looks like the body, so it's sort of like you're drowning in a ball pit. But there's a lot of babies. The caterpillar, who smokes 10 packs of cigarettes a day. And basically you have to quiet them down with your guitar. My only issue with this level is everything about it. The song is irritating, the combinations are irritating, the freestyling is absolutely absurd. The only saving grace of this level is the fact that there is one point where you can get cool and hopefully just freestyle your way out of it, because man, you try to beat this level, good luck. It's not happening. Okay? I cursed at this level probably more than I ever even cursed at my mom for throwing away my first edition Final Fantasy VII copies for the PS1 that I got for Christmas in the year of 1997. And it was a lot. Made some mistakes. Me and my dad sort of got into this whole big thing. But anyway, so UmJammer Lammy level 3. Put these kids to sleep, will ya? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Welcome to Cool Mode. This is the mode where you can freestyle or earn points. Basically, it skips a good bit of the level that we show here, but there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Because this level is the worst. Okay? If you try to beat this without going into Cool Mode, have fun. The baby curses at you. Thank God. So now we come to level 4, which includes a gentleman by the name of Captain Fussin' Pepper. Okay? He's the wacky Yosemite Sam style, swirly eyes, crazy captain of an airplane, which you got on for some reason to get across town in the next 3 minutes. Because as we know, airplanes are available to carry you across town, downtown, uptown, at your convenience. Use one. So, in this level, basically, we're learning our left from our right, we're learning how to fly the plane, and we're doing it all to a sort of quasi-heavy metal theme, okay? About lunch and food, pink milk, and whether or not you can eat your drink, which brings up another point. I've always just had a gripe about this. You can drink a drink, but you can't food a food. Does that make sense? Why does that make sense? Why does that make sense? I mean, we're talking about drinking a drink, meaning that the action is being turned into a noun. The noun is being turned into an action. I mean, you can make a gerund phrase with it, or you can make a verbal phrase with it. I mean, it's totally up to you, but I'm just saying, if you can't food a food, but you can drink a drink. Anyway, so, UmJammer Lammy level 4. Well, that certainly was insane.